Hello everybody, it's time for happy hour, time to get our gratitude going. And I thank you all for coming on and for joining me every day at 5 o'clock, which is happy hour in my part of the world. Thank you for being here. Hi Christy. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi Pam Jacobs, thank you for jumping on here. You know, every day at 5 o'clock I come on and share a lesson from the magic, and I share about gratitude and my book, The Gratitude Vase, which is on Amazon. And I come on and I tell who went into my gratitude vase today. My gratitude vase is behind me, underneath the angel. And today I put in my gratitude vase Brooke Yates. Brooke went into my gratitude vase, and she's in there now with all those other names, growing love and gratitude. And today is day 277, so I have 277 names back there in that vase that are all raising my vibration and growing some love. Hi Karen, thank you for jumping on here. The book Gratitude Vase is also available in Spanish and in French, and they're all on Amazon, so if you want to go check that out, please do so, because I would really appreciate it. And I want to just spread love and gratitude all over the world, so we're going to be translating it into all different languages. And if you know someone that can help, I would appreciate that too. Hi Kathleen, thank you for being on here. Hi Karen Boda. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all of your faces. I want you all to know that today is the best I have felt in a week. I thank you all so much for your prayers. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your healing energy that you have sent out to me, because it just means so much, and it has helped the healing process tremendously. Trust me. Hi Brenda, my wonderful niece. Thank you for being on here. So my friend Sherry that lives nearby came over today. I had her come over and check my head, and she said that it's healing wonderfully, that there's no sign of infection or inflammation, and that it just looks like it's really healing up well. So I'm thinking probably tomorrow I will go down and have the staples taken out and get that out of my head, because it really is uncomfortable having staples in the back of your head. I don't recommend trying it, okay? But I do thank all of you who have followed my journey, and all of you who know the incident that happened last week. And it wasn't pleasant, it wasn't fun at all, but I survived, I lived, and I give God all the credit, and thank my wonderful angels for picking me up off the floor and giving me that other chance to just keep on going. I'm here for a reason. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm sticking around for a while. I also want to share that in August, on August 26th of this year, I will be doing the very first Angelspeakers live event here in Miami, Florida. I will be teaming up with Edward Rodriguez, and Eddie has written a book, From Florida to New York, and Eddie walked from Florida to New York and tells in this wonderful book some amazing stories of people that helped him along the way. Some adventures that he had where, you know, things went wrong, as they normally will do if you're walking 2,000 miles. And he tells about the strangers that showed him love and kindness and just helped him along the way. And I'll be sharing some of that in just a bit. But what we're here for is to learn about gratitude. And if you're doing your gratitude every day, let me see some thumbs up. Let me see some hearts or some thumbs if you're doing gratitude every day. That's the goal. And what we're doing is studying from The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. The Magic's a 28-day workbook. And in those 28 days, we are going to learn so much about gratitude. Well, we already have. We are in day 20 now. the magic. And today we're learning about heart magic. So hopefully you've been doing your gratitude lists. Every day we make a list of what we're grateful for and why. Why are we grateful for that? And then saying those magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, for those things that we already have. That's what the gratitude list is. It's what do we have in our life that we're grateful for, and actually saying thank you for that every day, giving thanks for what we already have. And then today, well, yesterday, yesterday was about saying thank you 100 times. So if you followed along and did what the lesson was for today, with every step that you take, you were going to say thank you. So I'm hoping that you all remembered to say thank you, because the goal was to say it 100 times. And it takes about 90 seconds to take enough steps to say thank you 100 times. So I'm hoping that you all did that, and I'd love to hear from you. If you did it, how it made you feel. It's so uplifting, and the more you keep gratitude out there in the forefront of your mind, the more you're reminding yourself to be grateful, even for the little things, to be grateful. I sat outside today for a little while. I sat out there reading, and the wind was blowing like crazy. I had a blanket out there. This is Florida, right? But I had a blanket out there, was all snuggled up in my blanket, sitting out in the sun, and this wind was just howling. And I'm just sitting there looking around me and looking at all the beauty and just saying thank you for the beauty. Thank you for the beauty of being outside. Thank you that I'm able to go outside. A lot of places right now, you're having really rough weather. And so it's kind of hard just to go sit outside for a few minutes or, like I did for about an hour, and really enjoy the weather. So whenever you're able to do that, just look around. Look around at the beauty. Look at the sky. Look at the trees. Look at the plants that are around you. And in my case, I have water around me. So I was sitting there just watching the water in this canal as it just kept moving. And I just kept saying thank you. Thank you for the beauty. Thank you for the energy that comes from this water. And it was an amazing time. So any time that you can take to put gratitude first in your life and to really look at everything with gratitude, look at it with the eyes of gratitude, it makes such a big difference. It really does. So who jumped on here? Irene, thank you for being on here, honey, and you're so welcome. All right, so let's get into today's lesson. Today is heart magic. Heart magic. I love that. From day one, when I've been teaching this book to you, thank you, Irene. From day one, I've been sharing that when we give gratitude, when we say those words, thank you, thank you, thank you, to make it more than just words. Because anybody can say thank you. We've done it our whole life. Somebody does something or gives us something, and we say thank you. But to really, really mean it, to really put the feeling in there. And that is what the lesson is for today. Jean-Baptiste Massot says, gratitude is the memory of the heart. The heart remembers what it feels like to really be grateful for something. It remembers when somebody did something good for us and how that felt. Do you remember the last time that somebody did something that just made you feel so good? And it was just a blessing to have somebody do something for you. Yesterday I think I shared that I had to go to the grocery store and I had to take my garbage out, and these angels just showed up along the way, and somebody helped bring the groceries in the house, somebody helped take my garbage out to the dumpster. Those are blessings. Those are things that I don't take for granted. I live by myself. I'm very independent. So it's like when I have to go grocery shopping, I do it. I lug it inside. into my apartment to put it away. When I have to take my garbage out to the dumpster, I have to walk all the way across the parking lot, which is quite large, and put it in the dumpsters. I don't depend on anybody to do these things for me. So when somebody came up and took the garbage bags, just, to do it, just to be nice, it really warmed my heart that happened. So think about the last time somebody did something for you. Somebody just out of the blue, I'm talking about more than just holding a door open, although that's a really great thing to do. But something like that, where they just, they pick up your garbage bag and just take it the rest of the way across the parking lot to throw it away for you. Just for no reason, just because, because they're wanting to show you how nice they can be, or that they're doing their good deed for the day or whatever. But it helped me tremendously because I'm still a little weak. I feel today's the best day I've had in a whole week. But I'm still, that journey across the parking lot and back would have, it would have been very taxing after I'd already been to the grocery store. So the angels knew that. They knew that I could use a helping hand. So somebody just stepped in and did that. And, somebody else brought my groceries out of the trunk of my car and brought them into my house for me. I'm very appreciative when these things happen, because it's not something that normally happens. It's not something that I take for granted that is going to happen. So what I want you to do is think about the last time somebody just did something for you, just out of the blue, not wanting anything in return. They just did it for you, just to be nice. Just maybe it was the nudging of your angels that told them, to do something for you. And how that made you feel, how it felt in your heart to have that gift of somebody doing something for you. Feels pretty wonderful, doesn't it? Hi, Dawn Beard. Oh, thank you, honey. Yes, I am doing good. I'm doing good. I'm hoping to have these staples out of my head tomorrow. I could really use them out of there because they're a little uncomfortable, but I'm not complaining because they held my head together for a whole week now. So thank you, honey. I appreciate you jumping on here. Much love to you and to your husband. I would love to see you sometime, Dawn. So with heart magic, what you're going to do is think of that feeling of gratitude in your heart. It's more than just saying thank you for something. So when you're looking at, let's say, your list that we're writing every day. Hi, Debbie! When you're looking at your list of things that you're grateful for every day, and you know already to say why you're grateful for it, but also to say thank you 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you after each thing. Well, what I want you to do is to really pull deep down in your heart from that gratitude feeling, that feeling of when somebody did something for you that really felt good, that just really made you smile, made you light up. Whatever they did that really showed you that you're appreciated. I want you to pull from that feeling. And I want you all to do that right now. I want you just to, when you close your eyes, it helps. So if you just close your eyes and really reach for that feeling of gratitude, really look down deep in there in your heart and say thank you. Say those words from your heart. Thank you from your heart space. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel amazing? So that's what you're going to do when you write your list tomorrow, when you write your gratitude list of what you're grateful for, the things that you already have in your life that you're grateful for. Reach down into that heart space and pull out that feeling of gratitude that's there. That feeling when you felt just awesome that somebody did something for you and you were so grateful. That's the place I want you to come from when you're looking at your gratitude list and you're seeing these things that you have in your life that you're giving gratitude for. Really pull from your heart space and say thank you, thank you, thank you from your heart. Not just words, not just your mind saying, yeah, this is what I'm grateful for. These are the things I have and I'm grateful for that. No, really pull from that heart space and say it with love. Gratitude is lovitude. That's what my friend Debbie Garcia says. And I love that. And we use that as a hashtag now. Gratitude is lovitude because it's the same vibration as love. When you're giving gratitude, if you're really giving gratitude and it's coming from your heart space, then you're giving love. You're giving of your own love into what you're saying and showing that gratitude with love. So gratitude is lovitude. And thank you, Debbie Garcia, for that wonderful statement, because it is quite a statement. And who else jumped in here? Hi, Kimberly. Thank you for being here, honey. I appreciate you. And oh my gosh, I just love all you guys that are on here. You all are making my day here on Sunday. And I said a little earlier, some of you jumped on after, I'm feeling really good today. I'm having a great day. My best friend Sherry came over and checked my head, and it's still there. Then she checked my wound, and she said it's healing great, that it looks awesome, and I'm using an organic essential oil to help it heal more. It's got some really healing properties to it. So she's been putting that onto the wound. Oh, you're so welcome, Debbie. Hi, Kimberly. I'm so glad you all are here. I love this book called The Magic. And today we're talking about heart magic. You know, when we say our gratitude, to really say it from our heart. And anytime that there's something you want to manifest, say it with your whole heart. You know, when you really envision it, hold it in your vision that you want to receive something, you want to bring it into your life, really give gratitude from your heart for it already. Even though you're not seeing it yet, you can give gratitude that it's there in your life. It's shown up in your life because you've already envisioned it. You've put your request out to the universe. Come from your heart space. Remember when you closed your eyes and you dug deep into that feeling of love and gratitude? That's what I want you to really pour in when you're requesting something, as well as when you're giving gratitude for what you already have. Now let's get to this book by my friend Eddie Rodriguez. It's called From Florida to New York. He walked from Florida to New York just to share love, just to share smiles with people and happiness. And he met so many people along the way, so many strangers. And once they heard what he was doing, they wanted to help. They wanted him to share a smile with somebody for them. You know, some people gave him money, some people gave him a place to stay, or helped him out. He was using a stroller and had his bags in a stroller as he was walking along the way. And he had breakdowns, so some people helped him with the breakdowns and helped him fix his stroller. But I want to share some of what Eddie wrote here in the book. He says, I learned that when someone gives to you, they are doing it because they feel they want to be a part of something. They want to make a difference. Please don't take that away from them. So if somebody wants to share something with you, whether it's money, it's something they want to give you, whatever it may be, don't just say, oh no, that's okay. Accept it with gratitude. Put the gratitude in there when you accept it. Don't take that privilege away from them of sharing their love with you and what they want to share in. He says, I learned to trust in the process. Things will happen for you if you just allow them to show up and not freak out when the latest and greatest problem rears its ugly head. And Eddie does something called emergency laughter. This is where you store that laughter up. You know what it feels like to have that really happy, joyous moment. So you hold on to that. You hold that in your heart space. And then when something happens, like a breakdown, or maybe you're not having such a great day, or like in my case, I took a tumble and knocked myself on the head and split my head open. you can pull on that emergency laughter to lift your vibration up again. You can remember good times. Remember times when something absolutely wonderful happened and it made you feel good. You know, or like we talked about earlier, somebody did something and you were so grateful. You can pull on those feelings in those times when you need an uplifting moment. Those times when it would be so easy just to go down into the depression or into the low vibration. But if you've got this stored up energy of emergency laughter, as Eddie calls it, it's so easy then to pull on that and to really look, like we did earlier, close your eyes and look into your heart. Look inside and pull out that store that you've got in there of all that stored up gratitude and love and laughter and happiness and joy, and bring it to the surface, you know, and then just start laughing. You know, just start laughing or smiling and lift your vibration up. Not all of us have somebody around us that's there to lift us up. So we have to depend on that emergency laughter sometimes. You know, especially like for me, I live by myself. So sometimes if I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know, just really not having a great day, all of a sudden I can just close my eyes and I can remember the last time I had a really great day, the last time that I was maybe out with friends and we were laughing and telling jokes and making fun of each other. I have that memory stored in my heart. So all I have to do is pull up that memory. You know, it's there in my brain. I have to pull that up, open that file and say, oh yeah, I remember that. You know, and then the laughter starts and the smiles. And sometimes I think of some of you guys that are just so wonderful to me and sharing your love with me, and that makes me smile. You know, just to see your name, just to see your pretty faces, those of you that are on here right now, just looking at you and just feeling that wonderful energy of the exchanges that we've had and the wonderful moments we've had. And I thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I certainly do use my heart magic every time I say thank you when I see you guys and you give me those wonderful hearts and love like you are right now. I'm using my heart magic to really say thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you in my life. You're what got me through this last week. You know, it was a very painful time, and you know, I could have just wallowed in my pain and my misery, but I didn't. I kept going. I pulled myself up and I said, let's go. You know, you're not down. You've still got work to do. There's a lot to be done. And so that's what I did. I kept going every day, kept plugging. So thank you. Thank you for coming along on the journey with me, and thank you for being in my life. And then the very last thing that I talk about on Happy Hour is world peace. Peace begins with me. And this is the website, if you can see that. It's www.prosperityandpeaceinitiative.org. prosperityandpeaceinitiative.org. I love you too, Debbie. Thank you. So I'm looking for ambassadors all over the world, in all 196 nations, in every state in America. And we're going to get together and we're going to come up with a master action plan for world peace. So if you want to join with me, if you want world peace, however that looks for you, I always ask people, what does it look like to you to have world peace? What would the world be like? And I know when I answer that question myself, it looks like peace. It looks like everybody getting along, everybody just accepting each other just because. You know, there's no reason not to. Maybe our skin's a different color, maybe we speak a different language, you know, maybe we look a little different from each other, but we are all part of a great oneness. And that is a cause right there for just loving each other and accepting each other as we are, We are only responsible for how we feel, not how somebody else feels or acts or what they do, just us. It has to begin inside of each one of us. Peace begins with me. And the hashtag that we're using is I choose peace. I choose peace. It puts out such a strong message to people. When they hear I choose peace, they know that you're not about hatred, you're not about division, you're not about war, you're about living in harmony, being kind to each other, doing things for others just because you can, just because it's nice to do so. You know, whether you buy somebody a cup of coffee, or you take somebody a meal that you know are down on their luck, or maybe you help a friend out who needs a ride somewhere, or somebody that's really struggling, and you help them find some resources to get it back up on their feet. Whatever it is, whatever you can do to show a little kindness out in the world, that's what we need to be doing. And one person at a time, we can make world peace happen. But it does take all of us. I can't do it myself. I'm trying really hard to get as many people in place to help me. So if you know somebody, if you're interested, send me a message. And if you've sent me a message and I didn't get it, please send it again, because we really need the peace ambassadors in place as soon as possible to start working on world peace. I really want to see this happen. I want to see it in my lifetime. And that's what I have told God. I want to see world peace before I leave here. I'm not going anywhere until it happens. So, I've already put it out there to the universe. This is my desire. This is my heart's desire, is to have world peace happen and to see people getting along, seeing us loving each other instead of tearing each other down. That's what I want. And I really want that with all my heart. And I hope you do too. I hope you choose peace, just like I do. Okay, so that was my soapbox. And if you want to get on my soapbox, it's big, so you can come join me. So let me just recap what you're doing tomorrow. The first thing you'll do is make your list of 10 things you're grateful for and say why you're grateful for them. Okay, just figure out what it is about that you're grateful for. And then use heart magic, which means you really pull that emotion and you pull that feeling from way deep in your heart, and you're going to say those magic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to say it 3 times for each thing that you're grateful for. And then, before you go to sleep at night, you're going to hold your magic rock and hold it in your hand. I hold mine, I pull it up to my heart, and I just think about the very best thing that happened to me during the day. What was that very best thing that happened? And I relive it. I just really reflect back on all the things and relive that one thing that really stood out. And I say thank you. Thank you, thank you for that happening in my life. And that's how I go to sleep at night, is giving gratitude. I wake up giving gratitude, I do it through the day, and then I say it again before I go to sleep at night. And I want to tell you, seriously, gratitude is what turned my life around. It's what turned it 360 degrees away from where I was. Okay, so I used to be like miserable. I used to be this really unhappy person that didn't even want to be here. I didn't want to go through the struggles I was going through. But I found gratitude, and I found this book, The Magic, a little over 3 years ago. And I did those 28 days, the ones that we're working on right now. I did 28 days of gratitude about everything, all these things that I've been teaching you about. Gratitude for food, gratitude for people, gratitude for money, gratitude from your heart. I learned all of that, and it really turned my life around. And I can honestly say I'm a very happy person. I am very content with my life. I love life. I look at every day as an adventure. And I always, when I first wake up, I say, thank you, God, for another day. to have a wonderful adventure in life. Thank you. Now, how can this day get better? Now that I know I'm alive, how can it get even better than that? So I just put out that intention every day that my life is going to be wonderful, that I'm going to have adventures and miracles, and it happens. It does happen. It's our intention, and it's through gratitude that I am the way I am. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I have this life that I have. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you that are in my life. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I love you. And it feels so good to say that and to really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all. I send you blessings of love and light. And I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Same time. We'll do happy hour all over again. And can you guys believe we are on, today was day 20. So we've only got 8 more days left of the magic. But you know, when I did it for the very first time, I went through all 28 days and then I said, I'm not stopping. You know, that would be crazy to stop. This feels too good. So every day I give gratitude. Every day for over 3 years now. I've written my gratitude lists. I've remembered to give gratitude in everything and give it from my heart. So if you haven't finished your 100 thank yous today, I hope that you'll take time to do that before you go to bed tonight. You still have time. So with each step you take, say thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. And I love you. I send you blessings. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you, Kimberly. I love you. I love all of you that were on here, and those of you that will watch. And share this out. It'll be on YouTube in just a little bit. So share it out with your friends and with your Facebook friends. Thank you. Good night, everyone. I love you. And I hope to give you a great report tomorrow on my health as well. Bye now. I love you. Thank you so much for the hearts. I love those. Bye, you all.